We have with us today the best of the best. And when you look us up online, you're going to see a tagline about each one of us given by the National Notary Association. So I've asked all of these special people, including myself, to explain our tagline.
My name is Jamie Liggins, and I won my award in 2004. I have a special feeling today because Ozzy's here. He came down to Carson, California. He was the first person that I met from the National Notary Association. My tagline was dedicated to strengthening the professionalism of notaries. I started back in '92, and what happened was I wanted to be a notary to notarize all these documents that my mother was having me go get done. So I said, I can do my own signature. I went to this class in Los Angeles and found out I took the class, had a little pack of papers like this, passed the test, didn't know what I was doing. Then I went to the NNA and I was fine because I passed the test already. I just wanted to go get educated. From that point on, I felt like I needed to educate people. And so I developed a one-on-one mentoring program to help people. And I felt like professionalism doesn't involve competition. It involves helping people. So I did the one-on-one thing. And then on top of that, I'm fluent in American Sign Language. And I found that you can't use an interpreter in a transaction. So I started doing so many notarizations in ASL, I fell in love with it. So aside from helping people, developing my program, my little association, and training people one-on-one, whether they were in a hospital, whether they were at home, I love doing it, as well as doing the notary signing agent. So that's my tagline.
My name is Carol Salter, and I'm from Greeley, Colorado. So this weather today is awesome. You feel right at home, so thank you very much. They all were making fun of me because I had my little speech written out. So I didn't want to bring up a piece of paper, but I do have to follow notes because I'm just kind of anal like that. So one thing that I'd like to say that represents all of us up here is passion. We all have a passion for what we do and for the people that we serve. And I think that's what brings us to these conferences every year and helps us as we talk to people and notarize documents for folks, because we truly have a desire to do things right and to do them well. And that's really what brought me into notarization. I started out, I work in a healthcare system, and I do a lot of notarizations in a hospital setting, either at bedside or in nursing homes or different areas where people are ill or they have a stroke or they're at the end of life. And like Jamie, I didn't know what I was doing. I just, in Colorado you pay $10 and you say you're not a felon and you can speak English, you too can be a notary. I did that. So over the years, through the work in the legislation, we've been able to pass legislation that allows for education, that you have to have education before you can be a notary, and you have to keep a journal. So those are things that are really important as a notary. But I'm in healthcare, so what I did in order to get the distinction of being like the healthcare expert within the National Notary Association, we had about 200 notaries within our banner health system. And I volunteered. My business, we do a lot of voluntold stuff. How do you get that? We get voluntold to do things. But I volunteered to be the notary administrator for 200 notaries throughout our health system, 7 different states. So I had to learn notary laws for 7 different states and participate in the education of these notaries. So what I did is created an online learning class for all the notaries within Banner Health. So every year, they have to take the class, they have to pass a quiz to prove that they're proficient in order to notarize on behalf of Banner Health for our patients and our employees. So my class is expected and expected. What we're going to go over is what you may find when you walk into a hospital room or a nursing home or healthcare setting involving gloves and gowns. So it's not part of the fashion show, but we will be doing a little modeling there too. So just wanted to let you know that. The best advice I ever received was manage the gray space. And by that I mean look for areas and opportunities where nobody else is focusing or managing and take care of that. So nobody in Banner was managing the notaries, but that was something that I had a passion to do. So if you're an employee notary, go to your boss and say, can I do a lunch and learn? And if you're a notary, you're just a general signing agent, look for areas where you can participate, where nobody else is taking ownership or responsibility of that. You know, there are a lot of people that sit on the sidelines and don't participate. So I'm asking you to be a doer. So not only be a doer of good. That's what notaries are all about, right? Being ethical and not deterring fraud and abuse. Be a doer of good.
My name is Elaine Wright Harris, and I have two taglines. One is so much accomplished in so little time. When I was first introduced to the Office of the Notary Public in 2004, I was just so excited and so much to offer, and not many people knew about this topic, notary public. Notary what? Oh, don't y'all just stamp things? Right. And I just gone to school for another passion of mine, being a web designer, but I never got a chance to really pursue it the way I want because of the notary. And so about a year later, after becoming a member of the National Notary Association, I was nominated as what we call here the Notary of the Year. That would have been for 2005. And, but they said, you know, you haven't been a notary a little too long now. And then of course, it was up against somebody like Carol. Carol became Notary of the Year in 2005. And then, but then I kept right on, you know, because teaching is my passion. Educating you. Do y'all know, y'all remember that? Y'all know I do that, right? I teach you. I try so hard to teach you. And by teaching you, I teach myself and educate myself. So in 2009, my tagline became professionalism and educating the public, and that's what I do.
Say something about Elaine. So the year that we were there, that I won Notary of the Year, my daughter was there. She was 5th grade. And Elaine in her speech said, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So my daughter says it all the time. Remember what Elaine said about quotes her.
Get you one.
My name is Daniel C. Lewis. I'm from Carmel, Indiana, and I wanted to say, first of all, yes, let's hear it for Carmel, Indiana. I want to say, the Roundabout City, this is one of the best looking groups I've seen in a long time. You guys should give yourselves a hand. I think my tagline was doing the right thing at the right time. One of my first conferences was in 2005. I happened to be in the audience way in the back, in the nosebleed section, and I saw Carol up there giving a speech. I was like, wow, she's awesome. And I had a chance to go up and talk to her for just a second. And then I talked to Elaine for just a second in 2009 about, and something I noticed, I had a chance to talk to Jamie also. I talked to Jamie, I think, first on the phone, and then I met her at the conference. But one of the things that really stood out with all these ladies was this. They were not like a thermometer. Come in their room and they just go with whatever the temperature was. They were the thermostat. They controlled the temperature of the room. You follow what I'm saying? If you want to stand out, if you want to be a professional, if you want to excel, if you want to be efficient, effective, and profitable, you have to be that thermostat. You have to come in with an agenda and to hit that, no matter what that is. Right, Mr. Pratt? Absolutely. And Mr. Pratt is one of those thermostats. He comes in, he controls the room. But that's what I'm saying to all of you. If you want to take that next step, when you go into these workshops, be that thermostat. Come with your agenda, come with your questions, get your questions answered, and then go around the room and talk to some of these ladies here. Talk to one of the best notary minds, Lee, with Notary Act. and get to know these people. Doug Debo, one of the sharpest minds in this business, help those people out in the hall. Then you'll be doing the best thing at the right time.
Not only does he do the right thing at the right time, he says the right thing.
Well, I'm LaQuita Gaskins, and I'm from Radcliffe, Kentucky. And yes, I am a cowgirl. For me, I became the NNA Notary of the Year in 2015. And my tagline was protecting citizens as a veteran and a notary. And I love the tagline, and again, when this opportunity became available for me, I was just honored to even be considered, you know. Never thought that I would win. There were 4 other people that came, and the event was going on, and everybody was hyped. And I tell you, when I was just honored to even be in that room, that was enough for me, hands down. And then to meet Elaine, just put a caveat on top of looking back over the 20-some years at that time, all the things that I had to go through just to say that I was a notary. It was the epitome of my life. I woke up a young girl, I had a dream. I worked hard and I was very aggressive about my dream. Joined the military, tragedy happened in my life, changed my perspective on life, and maybe a month before I was going to produce my dream, everything changed for me. So I woke up, realized that was tangible, I wanted realistic, thought outside the box. I purchased up a lot of property, a couple of houses. I remember my husband and my mom and everybody telling me, oh, that is the craziest thing that you could have ever done, you know. But again, I call myself thinking outside the box, and I challenge each and every one of you in this field, this profession. You gotta take risks, think outside the box, dream big, because at that time I planted a seed, and anybody know that when you plant a seed, it takes time for a seed to grow. Well, in that tenure, I met a lady who had got separated from her family. And she had been separated for several years. And I had a friend to call and say, this lady, she really needs help. Can you help her? Unbeknownst, I have a husband, I have several kids, I got dogs, cats, horses, pigs, farm birds. Many challenges at me each and every day. But I worked with this lady for well over almost 2 years. And anybody that knows me know that I'm an avid researcher. I research and I read everything, because they always said that if you didn't read, you know, you couldn't grow. So I read everything, research everything, and I found a pill bottle. And on that pill bottle, it had a doctor's information. This doctor, he wasn't no longer around. He had retired. You know, I found roadblocks everywhere. Roadblocks are not stumbling blocks to end you. Roadblocks to me are stumbling blocks to help you grow. Because with this, I had to grow. I had to reach out. He was retired. Other things was going on. People don't trust. Notaries are very trustworthy. Notaries have high ethics. If you are a notary, you are a great person. That's what that is really saying. So I finally wore this man down who had never seen me, had never met me. I talked diligence to him, and he gave me information on this lady. And I used the information to track down her family. And with time, they got back together. She was doing well. She's no longer with us. She had a new birthday in heaven. But it was the ability to be able to do this came by me being able to learn my notary work. And she never had to pay rent, because I was blessed to use these houses and use this land to allow people to stay when they're in traffic or hard time, to get themselves together. And again, like I said, planting seeds take time for seeds to grow, because
with those seeds growing, I have been able to purchase more land, purchase more houses, allow more people to have an opportunity to better their lives. And it doesn't cost me anything to put this project on for people, so you got to give back.
Hi there, I'm Christine Westburn. I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan. I was so blessed to meet this wonderful group of people. I was nominated in 2016. And my tagline is getting involved in your community and giving back and helping others. And I'm currently working on House Bill 4374 in Michigan. We don't require notaries to have education or to keep a notary journal, but I'm trying to change that because we need to protect our citizens, our families, and our community. And the only way we can do that is to get involved, get to know people, share our knowledge, educate each other, and make our communities a safer, better place to live.
Oh,